You are all welcome. Today, the topic for our program is what every teenager needs to hear. So today we are going to talk to the teenagers. We know this week, last week, it was a JY week. You round everything up today. And today we want to talk to you as a teenagers. We know when you get to a teen, it's not easy. There are a lot of things that comes with the age. So we are here to advise you, to motivate you, to help you to go through the teen successfully. Some of you, when you reach the teen, a lot of changes comes into the system. And if we don't coach you people, you might not know what to do. Some of you will do other things that you are not supposed to do because of the kind of feelings you are feeling. So today we are here to counsel you so that you can go through the teen successfully. As you can see, I have some guests here with me. I have Auntie Beatrice Raymond on my left. I also have Mr. Sebastian on my right. And next to him, Auntie Baba Okan. Clap for them. Okay, as I said earlier, the topic for today is what every teenager needs to hear. So we are coming to tell you what you need to hear. So give me your maximum attention so that you can take something home. Your coming here will not be just coming for coming sake. You get something to take home. So first of all, I would like to ask you some questions. When you hear a good advice, I want somebody to answer me. When you hear a good advice, what do you do? When somebody advises you and you see that this advice is very good, there are two things you need to do. Who can answer me? What do you have to do when you hear a good advice? You take it and you put it into practice. Very good. Another person. Two things to do when you hear a good advice. Two things to do when you hear a good advice. My sister said you take it and you practice it, right? So you two, what you do when you hear a good advice? First thing you do is you take it in. When somebody advises you and that advice is good, I'll ask you again, so keep it. You take it in. When you hear a good advice, you do what? Take it in. And the second one, you pass it on. The second one is what? You pass it on. When you hear a good advice, what do? You take it in. And you do what? Pass it on. Great. So what we are coming to tell you, you take it in and you pass it on. Okay? Right. So, without wasting much time, the first thing you need to hear as a teenager is you need to know yourself. First thing to do as a teenager. I said what? First thing to do is take time to know yourself. That's the first thing to do. You have to know yourself as a teenager. Know who you are. Know what you stand for. If you don't know who you are and you don't know what you stand for, you eventually fall for anything. But if you know who you are, you know you are a Christian, you are a child of God, So some of the things you won't do because you know who you are. And knowing who you are will help you to take a wise decision. Knowing who you are will help you to take a right decision. Wunim nipa ko a wo ya eboa wo ema wo dwen yiye wo take a decision bi ama ho a you take a decision ebe boa wo. Wunim se wo yo Kristoni. Wunim se efie we na mefi mu. Wunim ho se daachi wo ye daachi doctor bi wo ba be ye lawyer bi. There's a saying say if you know where you are going, you definitely know the route that will take you there. If you know where you are going, you know the route that takes you there. But if you don't know where you are going, that's when you take any route at all. Nti wunim baby a wo kwa, wunim ekwan kra wo be fa so a e de wo bedu baby a wo kɔ no. But say wunim baby a wo kwa, eno na wutumi fa kwan bia so. But if you know your destination, you know which route to take. And as a teenager, first thing is to know who you are. You have to identify who you are. Wunim say that me ba be ye doctor bi. Me na mo me nyani paketo a. Obi president pa na ye me that me be minister bi a. Some friends you won't keep. Because wunim say sa ankrofo no omo ye distraction, omo be distracted. Omo ma won do baby a wo kɔ ne ntem. Enu nti sa ankrofo no you do away with them. If you know who you are, you choose your friends right. Wuni momo mbetimi aboa wo ama baby a wo kɔ no waduru nti enye obi akeke e na wo be fa ne se me ne no nante na emom obi obeboa wo daache e na wo be fa ne se wo ne no nante nti knowing who you are na very very important. Wuni nipa ko a wo ya wuni se na wo hwe wo ho so wo ye okristoni wo ye Presbyterian. And then put any omasenka first, if you're a Presbyterian and you go for interview, as soon as you mention that you are a Presbyterian, you are forward that. Because when it comes to discipline, praise before the bema. If you are a Presbyterian, stand for that. A biko school and oma coffee for other churches. A bibe cordier, but if you know who you are, you stand for what you believe. If you don't stand for what you believe, you fall for anything. But if you know who you are, you stand for who you are. And no be boawo. I'm not waiting to wanim. To being a Presbyterian, and your mistake. In Kwalani bebre munyi kwa wanim na mwasesa mwa sorry. But minim sen churchra praise before your day mamu. Ni akwala bia benya ene your day mamu. Enu nti mombra mo ho ase. Montena se na mo hu nipa ko a moye na mo mmɔ mo brasa. So Kristoni wonye wade keke. Wonye wade keke because wonim nya wo hwehwe wa abrabom. Ade ba ko a eboa nipa e ma na brabo ekoso pa. Ade ba ko a ebetumi aboa wo ama wa brabo atumi akoso. Ene se abrabom no ye wo nipa mienu e wa abrabom. First people, they know what omo hu ni omo pe no. Omo ani esi ni omo pe so. And the second people so but they will only look at things that are distracting them from getting what they want. And your man M1 no emaninya obinyano and no na also. But if you want to move forward in life, if you want to go far in life, you don't have to look at things that are preventing you from what you want, but you rather focus on what you want to achieve. What you want to achieve. Ade ba ko so betimi abo wa brabo pa. Ema wa brabo akosro. Ama wa ko wanim wa brabom. It's for you to think about how far you have come. If you want to move forward in life, you want to go far in life, think about how far you have come. Don't think about how far you still have to go. Ade ba ko many people be quitting in life. They easily give up. It's when you think about how far you still have to go. So what dream ye that when you may say wokwa e ma wuntumi nkɔ wanim. Because wo ba dream say sisi ya afi na medu teenage. Me wo JSS2, JHS3. da ben kra na me ba be kwa SS na ma ba be kwa university me fi wonu ma mpese me ye doctor afi na be kwa medical school no kra na kumi ni mfie bebre. If you think about those things, you will never go far, you will quit. But if you think about how far you have come, everybody made that say. First I will me 2 years, but now hey me with JHS 13 14 many wow and me be kwa SHS before me go university. Hey, very soon me doctor. If you think about those things, it motivates you to move on. You won't quit. But if you think about how far you still have to go, you will quit in life. So think about how far you have come instead of how far you still have to go. I said when you hear good advice, what do? And you do what? Right. So I know what I'm telling you. You are taking it in and you pass it on. This is a good advice that will help you in this journey. Life is about seriousness. Life is not waiting for those who are lazy. So you take your life so serious. These little wins will give you a significant success. Small win. Every exams be that when you be no fan World Cup. Watch you no we suya there do to at now. Na we suya. Ye po be lead JYB we see me nie no way you wanim. Na we lead ye po be akoye lead you se meye. Ye po be kan Bible se meye. That small win and no will give you a significant success in life. But say eye wa adwen say bibi kese bi e na de wo beko wanima da bi. Enyoman kitenkiti we mo. Ebetumi aboa wo ama wakọ wanim wa abrabo mu. Enu ntu pese wa abrabo kọ wanim a na wo beye nipa ko a esi wani so na wo pese wo ya. Esese wo ye serious. Life is not for lazy people. We ye lazy now and I'm around that. You won't go far. But we ye serious. We fa bibi bia World Cup. Bibia we ye bia we fa ne say. What the one now you do it with all your passion. We be go far. But one ye ne sa. Now the number abrabom say 13. Ni omo ye no so ye bia. Emwa o. Ye be ba be drew a stage bi mo beti ase. I know say 13 years, 14, 15. And you ma bebre e koso wo abrabom. Ah ya mo nti ase. But ene nyame ma ye ho kwan ye be ma mati nioma bi ase se na enye wo se wo nko na wo go through that enioma na wo komu no enioma bi nso wo a wo komu a you need help. Seeking help no enye sign of weakness. Some people think when you ask somebody something or when you tell somebody your problem it's a sign of weakness. No, it's a sign of strength. Because that burden on you will be lifted out. Now why you free when you are holding. So some of the things that you are going through, you can confide in your parents. Tell them what you are going through. With friends, no show mom you good. You tell them what you are going through. And I know say they will give you a good advice. And that advice, I'm away to me. But the say you know everything, you want to handle everything yourself. No. We are living with people. If we are so be boa obi no bi so aboa obi. Enti me nya wa adwen say you are in it alone. Enu nti na ye wa ha no mo nne. Nia e ha wo no. Wo betimi a confide in obi, mu teacher JY teachers. Na wa ka ne e ha a kire no. Wo betimi aboa ma advice. E be boa wa abrabo mu. So seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but it's a sign of strength. E be boa mo nya ahoden mu na wetumi a fight akọ mu. When you hear good advice, what do? Good. And you do what? Great. And so without wasting much time, your dog na your hanti mema obinso akasebi. When it comes to ene abrabuya ye womu, ye say ene ye wo bibi the computer world. Yes. Ye nyina ye te ase ene de wonni mu kra. It is as won kan bi. Ye nyina ye nim. But this internet thing abeye necessary evil ehu hia na nso asa beye ohaw amayen empay bebre na ye nim amunim enimdi amunim omunti mutumi ye nioma bi a emoa mutumi ko any website bia na wo ye ne awope for the fact say internet na beboa ye no asan so edi ewu ti sɛ mo yɛ nkwala mo yɛ teenagers ye besre na ya kyerɛkyerɛ mo ne amo bɛyɛ da saa internet we ekwan bɛfa so use no a enye ɔhaw ɛma mo ne mo mɛbɛboa mo adesua na bɛboa mo daakye sɛ ya nkyerɛ mo na bibia mo bɛhu bia wɔ phone so bia mo bɛkɔ akɔhwɛ mo bɛkɔ akɔtie ɛbɛsɛ wabrabo ɛyɛ sɛ wo bɛhu mu na nso wanhwɛ ne yɛ a saa adeɛ baako na ebetumi asɛ wabrabo ɛno nti yɛ wɔ Mr. Sebastian ɛwɔ yɛn ntem ha mepɛ sɛ Mr. Sebastian kasa kakra about this internet thing ɛkyerɛ mo sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a you know what to do at this very age. Mr. Sebastian, the person kasa kakra kyerɛ yɛn mma yi about the usage of the internet.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. So maybe
the microphone. It's on.
Hello?
It's on.
Okay. So, like Mama started, it says that the first thing you need to do is to know who you are and then what you stand for. So your beliefs, your convictions, and then your values. Most of these things, we get them, first of all, from our homes. Because charity begins from home. And I'm a boy.
Yeah.
And so we are JY near, oh, my men, oh, papa. And for some are Presbyterians. And to over wow, for Antipolin and Semuno, or Bachelor on Yoma B. And so those things shaping you. I don't know, sir, what do point to say is here, what do you are? We're a teenager. The average teenager now owns a phone or a smartphone. And I'm a boy. Oh, my mama, yam cry, won't pet. Or your best row. Now, phone not to send your mama cano. And as internet, no, it's a necessary evil. It's necessary evil. Na say adie bi ehun hia. Na no so to me de ohaw ba. Obekai mu Jesus want to my science. We talk about transpiration, say a necessary evil me boa. Bi amure fi. Sa na internet nete. Now when you go online, the question is, who are you? What do you stand for? But I see when you so any saying. O pesa we doctor to send another Americano. And I saw peso tonyo. And you know, when I go online, what do I look for? Do I go there and look for things that are not related to niampesa mi na? Into Sobeko online, to send a mama can, there are so many distractions. Anytime you go online, let's say YouTube to maybe look for something, you see the advert, memboa, and then other pop-ups. Now, if you follow these pop-ups, by the time you are aware what exactly you wanted to do, you've not done it. That is exactly how life is. And so for you to make good use of the internet, it starts with who you are. You see, on the internet, you can learn a lot of things. Meboa. Sa internet ya so, and yes, you are as teenagers, you need to know yourself. You are going through certain sexual dynamics. Maybe your parents are shy to discuss such things with you, which is very normal in a part of the world. Say, parent, so you want information, then you go online. Anything that comes, what do? You just take it. And many a time, Mama, teenagers are very good at hiding things from parents. Study shows the majority of teenagers have encountered one or two things online their parents are not aware. Good. In Tisauko online, Nasa who be sa on any parent in Chew, not on another for no chair. By the time you are aware, you've gotten yourself into things you are not supposed to get yourself into. Oh, there was an instance, Sahata Crowdy girls are somebody yaking. Up to now, we've not found the girls. But it was through social media. They were lured by these guys. And then they captured them. There was a time ago some girls were lured by some two guys at Ashaman. They claimed they were university boys. And then as these girls left their homes to go and look for the guys, one of them saw that the area they lived wasn't a safe place. So smartly, she said, oh, I just want to use the washroom, and then bolted. She left. As at the time, they couldn't find the other friend. So the question is, if these boys are ritualists, Sakawa boys, where do you think this girl will be found? Good. And untino internet no. Yeah, cause social media. And you be brave so mama. Let me say the whole day we'll talk about it. But what I want to say is that there are positive uses. And so when you go there with the values that you have learned from your home and who you want to be, you see, the Bible says in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, or say, the adversary, the lion, the devil, right, roars like a wounded lion, seeking whom to devour. It means that the devil is an opportunist. There are people online, we talk about cyberbullying, okay, who tend to, because as a teenager, you want some kind of acceptance. Unfortunately, instead of us getting close to our parents, to our brothers, mama, then we go online to people who don't know us. You want to live a life to please somebody who doesn't know you. You want to even mimic somebody's lifestyle. So you encounter people who are cyber bullies. Some people can even lure you to send an IE cano. You have to be very careful. Munsusa. These things that we are talking about, you know them. But again, as Christians, we are not just talking about it as secular people, but as Christians, you have been taught certain things. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and the others said they will not defile themselves with what? The king's meat. So those things that you know online that are not good, you then get close to them. If you see them and you don't understand, that you have teachers, you have Sunday school teachers, sometimes talk to your parent. You see, the perception is, ebi amekwame mami infime. Ebi sa no mami so peso eden. Obeno. Good. Now, the other thing about social media, mama, kwalane say. Once the last year, especially, we did online. Now, most of the children spent more time on social media doing irrelevant things, to the extent that when it was time for them to join their online sessions, they were tired. Most of them didn't wake up early. And most of us teachers ended up, when we finally went to meet them physically, teaching them over and over again things we had already done, because they had spent time doing things that were not necessary. However, there were some few students, what they did was that they made good use of the internet. And I'm asking you, if you spend 3 hours watching Shatawali, Stoneboy, and the others, are you aware that you are making them make money? Are you aware of that? That the more you watch them, the more you follow them, they become what we call influencers. And then these corporate organizations go and see them. That's why they use them for what? Advert. Those people on TikTok that you've been following, Hajia Bintu and the others, you know them. They are making the money from you. Is that not it? So please, do not waste all your time on things that are not relevant. I think I'll end here so that somebody talks about something else. Then, when the questions come in.
That's good. Yeah, that Mr. Sebastian and Sibibre, wama weni aba ho so internet no eboayen, eno anso san hayen. The more you watch, umo bi yesikani, na also wo to data, na wo de hye. Na wo to ni na no so nya ni sika. Moma ye ni enna yen emra yen ho so. Na nioma bi o wa hu hia, se na medi kan yen no. If you know where you are going, you know the route that will take you there. se baby a wukwe shatawale ni wani so a enkohwehwe no omo be distract okeke daachi doctor lawyer o de shatawale ye den. If you know who you are, ebwa some decision bi o kra, I mean, who take it yiye, who nim say me daachi me ye obi lawyer kesiye bi na me de shatawale kra ye den. What you say? Who choose who friends right? It's yesremo. Me say when you hear good advice, what do? And you do what? Great. So what we are telling you today, you take it in and you pass it on without wasting much time. Me pese Auntie Beatrice ewa ha. At this your age, how to take care of yourself, very good care of your own self is very if you don't take care of yourself well, we're going to say we're developing some sense. We're developing some new maybe who are in China to me. I started from this age. This your age. A very, very important. Send you maybe a one mile be ye. Sa age where your formation age, I think I'm more forming musumai, you maybe or wafin air for me. See one shen you maybe ye send your big keep who saw bass or bema. Would the benny now I could hanker for where Juman boss in more share condition be a door into me. Yes, Remo, Auntie Beatrice Waha, the person Beatrice, personal hygiene, mukakra. Know how to keep yourself clean. I be boa wadachi. Sena unko nyinya ya wie bi mo. Auntie Beatrice, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I'll also start with know who you are and know what you stand for. And the other adage, charity begins at home. Yes, so what you learn from home is what you carry out. Now, I bet you all know that personal hygiene has to do with the totality of presenting yourself neat. Everything involved with presenting yourself in a neat or tidy manner, okay? So we are going to do a total personal hygiene survey or talk, beginning from our hair. Some of us grow hair so quickly, others not, but it will interest you to know that at our stage as adolescents, the development is so rapid because that is how nature has made it. And there's nothing you can do about it to change it. So some of us want to keep bushy hairs. Some of us want to keep it so down. But either way you want it, what matters is to keep it so neat. Bear in mind that when you have dirt on your scalp, that is the skin under your hair, you are inviting microorganisms into your hair. Sometimes you may even see lice. Are we here? Or it was in the olden days. Yet, sometimes you encounter some of them with lice in the hair.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes. Probably depending on the location in the rural areas. Maybe we are fortunate to be in Akosomo with our clean water and all that. Yeah. So you wash your head thoroughly with soap. Don't even think of shampoo. Okay? The normal soap you use to bath, wash it well. With the tip of your fingers, massage the scalp of your hair very well so that every dirt that you have in there will be washed out. You wash with enough water so that you don't grow lice in there. Then as we take our bath too, we have to pay attention to the back of our ears. Sometimes you may experience odor from an individual, not necessarily from the armpits, but the back of the ears. Sometimes when we wear earrings for so long and you remove it, who can tell me what you smell? You see, you are all nodding. So please take notes. You bath it well and rinse it well. Once a while, if you are the type that uses earrings for so long, about once or twice a week, take it off, wipe it nicely with a handkerchief or any clean material. Then you put it back, okay? So that your odor will not come from behind your ears or where you have pierced that you wear your earrings at. Then we are coming down to the neck, okay? Some of us have necklines, like my sister there with the cornrow. She has beautiful necklines. Sometimes sweat accumulates over there. So when you are bathing and you don't pay attention to it, you think you have really bathed, but you are keeping pile up of dirt there. And that will also introduce microorganisms. Before you realize, you have rashes all over. And it won't look so nice on beautiful adolescents like we are having here, okay? We are coming down to the armpits, one key engine room of every individual. Yes, the little sweat in your armpits, you smell so awful. Everybody has a kind of special odor. But if you are able to manage it well, you understand. As you bath, pay attention to your armpits. Chichi. Shano shalo jogba. No onga shianu hiake. Uchi. When you are cleaning yourself with your towel, clean it so dry because it's an area that gets so moisty so easily. You clean it well. If you have a deodorant, you apply it and wait for it to dry before you put on your shirts or your clothes. If you don't have a deodorant, don't worry about deodorant. You can use lime. Some of us have it in our community, the backyards, and we are watching it go waste. Meanwhile, it can work on your totality from head to toe, your entire skin. Mind you, the skin is one organ that covers us all. And it tells your beauty. It adds up to your beauty as well. You understand? So you can use lime. About 5 minutes to your bath. When you wake up, before you start your chores, you smear the lime there on your entire body. I do it. Not that I can't afford deodorant. I have it. But I know there is something good in lime that can help me. It can help us all. So use it on your entire body, focusing more on your armpits. With the absence of lime too, you can use alum. How many of us know alum? Yes. At essentially, it's not expensive. 50 pesos, you can get it on the market. Okay? There is the stone type. That is what they use in deodorants. You realize that when you use deodorants, you see a whitish substance, most of the deodorants. And that substance is alum. It keeps, apart from removing all the dirt in your armpits, it keeps the armpits dry. You can actually use alum stone as a deodorant. After you have bath, you dip it in water. Just roll it in your armpits. Leave it to dry. You wear your clothes. You will never have a smell of any odor. Okay? It's not expensive, so we can resort to that as well. So then you come to the breast, okay? Some of us, the breast is an area that accumulates sweat as well, okay? So when you have sweat beneath your breast, it will smell, it will again invite microorganisms, and you will have rashes. I can't imagine you sitting in your classrooms and your breasts itching. You really want to scratch, but so embarrassing. So please, don't let it even get there. When you're on break and you realize you are sweating so much in your vital areas, go to the washroom, grab your handkerchief, dry them, and come back to your classrooms. Okay? Then down to the navel. It's also another place that attracts dirt. Okay? When you are bathing, even if you can't do it every day, on Saturdays, when you are home, try and use your sponge to wash your navel. Then to our genitals. We all have pubic hairs. Hello? Or there's someone who doesn't have. Yes, we all have in our armpits and on our genitals, okay? So it's very necessary that we shave routinely. Sometimes when you see some of the genitals, it looks like the forest around us. I mean, it's not nice. You may think no one goes there, but you have no idea what we call an emergency. What will happen that Oferifo will say, hey, my sister, into now more finding under there. Hey. Hello. Okay, so please, at least, if we can shave every week, it's okay. Okay? And let's bath there also well. And when we are having our menses, the ladies especially, please, as often as you can, anytime, make sure, tell mommy, tell daddy. I'm sure most parents know our menstrual cycles. They can be tracking so that they buy the sanitary pads for us. But when they lose track, please, talk to us. Mommy, please, my pad is finished. Okay? When you are going to school, make sure you put some in your bags. A lady should never stain her dress. Never. It's not allowed. Hey, the boys, they will see your blood. It's not allowed. Okay? Please, so keep pads in your bag. Whether or not you have started your menses, just keep it for emergency. We are talking about a lady. A lady, okay? So that the moment you feel a flow, you just go and put it there. Sometimes there is something we call white. You hear your friends talk about white, and there is a white discharge, and I'm itching, and they will recommend certain things. You will be pushing certain things in there. Please, you are disturbing your future. Okay? Those things you insert will go a long way to affect your womb, because the vagina is the entrance to our wombs. Do you get it? So refrain from masiki kame midadie bi kwahye ho pia mo nko onu de oton their penisika. That is why we have hospitals around. Talk to your mothers, talk to your fathers, trusted people. Okay? Not just anybody. Oba penyin bi uni nka, oh mama na say me hu say nsuo bi every ma say bao menya ne den betimi aka che o mame. Okay? So that they send you to the hospitals for the right things to be done for you, rather than listening to your friends and infecting yourselves. Okay? The vagina is a sterile area made specially for special duties. So please keep it right from this age. Okay? Fine. And let's refrain from putting perfumes. If you wash your vagina well, or your private area well, you won't have odor, let alone to think of perfumes and all that. Okay? When you are bathing, you squat. Go down and squat. Then you pour the water there. Take your time, wash. You don't need to insert your finger. Okay? Yes. Just wash it very well with enough water. Then you will be good to go. Then we'll talk about our nails, our fingernails. Both, especially our finger. Because that is what we put in our mouth all the time. That is what we cook with. That is what we use to clean all the dirty stuff. So, what they want say, you will be poisoning yourself all the time, running to the hospital every now and then. It's so sad. Before be now they are channel. Onim hushio. Why when they won't before? You understand? Because if I have to mash kenke with my hand, and I have long nails with so many dirty particles in it, then what am I eating? What am I eating? I'm eating germs, not ice kenke. You understand? And you used to keep for maybe the entire family. You end up infecting everybody. So please, let's try as much as possible to keep our nails short all the time, okay? If for fashion reasons you want to keep them long, then you should have time to remove all the dirty particles from it, okay? So that you won't be devils to yourselves. And then the toenails as well. When you trim them nicely, you wear your slippers and you are looking so nice, okay? Then our clothes that we wear, you may not have so many clothes, but if you are washing them all the time and ironing them, someone will always think that, hey, you are really dressing, but it's just that one or two clothes and now recycle. Just wash them nicely, focusing on the armpits, and then you iron them even when you are home, when you are going out to the market. Not only your school uniforms, you iron them nicely. With all this, know that first impression seals the deal. When I meet you for the first time, now me sure if you tiso, it makes a certain impression. I should be able to deduce from your appearance, of course, or ye nipa bi say, ana kwame, or ye nipa bi say. You get me? So as much as possible, let's try and present ourselves well wherever we go, whether in our community, stepping out from your home to school, church, everywhere, so that if our first impression will always seal the deal for us. Thank you.
Thank you. You've done well. Auntie Beatrice here, that's in fact, and there will be any baby when you may be home. I said, when you hear good advice, what do? And you do what? Great. So what you've heard today, you are going to take it in and pass it on. Auntie Beatrice, Nyami Shrow, and watch her and your ma be brave. Say, Auntie Baba Beka Sakakra, you know what? When you were given mango to eat, na se wudi mango ni wie, na abana ewo mu na da se wo bewe, ana wo beto atwene no. When you do that, na se mango mango na wedi, every fruit you eat, they will see it. You have to grow the seed. And when they the future, it is said, your mango will give you. Now if you don't grow the seed, now the seed, you know, others are watching the baby and now warrior. A baby baby, you know, sad a diabano and see a lesson in Yanni, not bad. So when you were given a fruit to eat, you have to keep the seed, nurse it, grow it, watch it grow, and you get another fruit to eat. It's as young as you are. I'm talking about savings. As little as you are, if you don't cultivate habit of saving, we need the amount to take billion dollars to invest. Now we didn't so our Dutch in our wedding never had again. And don't see. I did the Bema no. Sikani so said then. As I said, would me mere when you now DBCA. I can't remember saying Miss Swano. Let me to be Sika at any point in time. Me, the crowd was supposed to bear two. And not three. Maybe I be discovered to baby. I tell you, mammy cry on China. Or beside me, my money be. So saving a very, very good. It's Auntie Baba Waha. You better Auntie Baba Beka Saka cry after saving home. Ovia me pesa obesan kasa kakra nso afa this your adolescent age. There are these feelings that's a age in whatever. It's natural, but ya nhwe ni ya na mode ye ni a enye se mode ye. Enu nti ye be hre anti baba kasa kakra fa saving ho a then obe chip in. Sa feelings no ne ho ni o mane o nyina anti baba talk to us. Thank you.
That's it. JY. Okay, intino senior mama can you know. She talked about savings. We all know that at this age you are taken care of by your parents or your guardians. Munye juma intino. Umame ana o papa ana say the osha oso no and obe mauska. Nanso enche said the other be ma no ubedi ni na. Usually ye share nyama ye di sikata. Ye mbubo bie. Bebre wo ho a ehu hia yogoti. Ye di san. Ye di ewie no. Ye besan di yogurt. Ye besan to drink. Ye beto biscuit. Bebre. Any credit ni ade a ye to di gu yen phone si yeso. Say ye hwe ni na ehu se ehu hia. Inti no. The advice is that ye be yibi ni ye save. Mama can susu box na say minim say bi wo ho dia. Ba yen time there ebi wo ho nti uni bi akona kope bi. Ebo apa ye sisi a friend piggy bank. Enye susu box bi on piggy bank. Piggy bank. Inti no Toby ne boy nyade. And you'll be amazed how much you can save. Even if you are saving 1 CD a day. Say be a wuko school ye ma 5 CDs. Udi ni na beto wache ato spring rolls ato kebab ni ade. Udi yi spring rolls no. Na save 1 CD a day. Na hwe say term no be end no. Na we nya ahe. And it's so true. Their mama can ye no. Ye ina ni ye save those days wo uncle ba wache oska o grandpa bi ba wache oska instead say o de ni na be kwa akoto credit ana bibie di no fashe money box ni mu na sha ade we be on say at the end of the year no when ya bebre and let's not think say ye save we won't benefit from it. You are cultivating a habit wunya ebe boa opa inti no build it saving kakran obicha wade a odi bia to ho de a odi beto bibi use ni ade no but make it a conscious effort say de a ubenye bia no you will save a little out of it and it will help you. There are Uni parents kasana so mube to me ABA account amawa very good. I see people come to the banker or more coins in Kwalankete, but they've saved so much from their boxes and they bring the coins to put in their own account. Say unim say children's account. Would this no? It's encouraging to the children. Into parents, and so let's look at it. If you can open an account for your child, it doesn't take much. 10 cedis now the better a month. Akolani himself me wa account into on so then the one cedi better and at the end of the month no or the aquatum. And I bet you'll be very happy at the end of the year. Say, what now to me a service brisa when you bed and it will help you when you grow up and so. And mama can about the feelings that we have as we are growing up. It is normal. Yankupona or de sa atinkani na ashisheho because we are growing. We are not children. We are moving from childhood into adulthood. Into the was our adolescent stage, normal. But what is important is what you do with those things. Does it mean say because you are having a feeling to get close to boys, get close to girls, and have interactions with them? No. We've mentioned here, say, know yourself. Who are you? You are a Christian, you are a child of God. And where are you going? Unim say, Minyinya, say na me pese meye. And Sometimes let's not think say you can say me and say na me no. Ebi a ye kan keke. The things you say no, as you say it all the time, you'll be surprised. Say it's painting a picture for you, and that is what you are working towards. Until let's not think that yeah can't say me person me a doctor and I'm a person me a lawyer. Say what you want to be in future and work towards it. The words that we say are powerful and they will help us as we are growing up. Inti wuni maybe our person will call in future no. Boy no and answer girl na. Maybe our person on the no. Is it part of becoming a doctor? So. Boy no. And sometimes I'm surprised the way I hear some of these things so seriously. I bet you well in any way. There are more boys when you grow up. There are more women when you grow up. At this stage, like the others have said, the focus should be on where you want to get to in future. Not on the obstacles now around. Oh, I'm feeling this way. I like this boy. I'm crashing on this girl, and I want to see her all the time, and all these things. Exposure to social media so sometimes it doesn't help at all because we make it look like that is the in thing. With the 15, you need boyfriend, and then there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. What do you need a boyfriend for at 15? You don't need a boyfriend for anything at 15. Let's put our minds on where we are going in the future. As they are part of growing up, they will come, yes, but what do you do about it? I think, say, young your parents, we've said it already, but I'll say it again because it is very crucial. Young your parents, na Adam for semuno enfiho. A lot of the times we hear people saying, say, oh, me the peer pressure into me in Jimmy. But I bet you, even young adults cry no peer pressure no how much more adolescents who are so confused and have so many things going on in their minds. Influence, sometimes even the office you share with somebody, whether you like it or not, unconsciously, it rubs off on you. So that means that we have to be very careful about the people that we choose as friends, the people that we work with. Be very careful about those people because assembly obeka ataribi obeshe it will influence you indirectly. Obeshe no. Now, also, into peer pressure, is very real. Let's not think that we didn't to mean and when you are least expecting it, before you realize, no, now I no what to mudada. I also add quickly, manners, any respect, courtesies. Masende, courtesy for boys and girls. Ama mo teachers neba commission fan to JY page neso. I don't know, but I think do we look at it in the schools? Courtesy for boys and girls. Sisi, I know a lot of things. I don't know how to. I don't mean to bash you guys, but sometimes it's sad. It's sad because those days, you don't see an adult and pass by. Opening pants on Chiano. Good afternoon, Pabono. Because of Felisa, Minso Mamba Subi. Minso Maya Miti, Minso Masha Mishu. But these things, here, let's not forget, say, we are growing. And the things that we are cultivating now, that is what will stay with us and will also teach our children. Certain things are very basic. Greeting. Who openia. Who know. You greet. Yati ana. wo nya dia oni me nko a nya ma me adamfo nko a na wo neighbor nko a wonim no you greet. That is what is expected of every child. Okay? Nyama bi nso te say ebia we hu opani okita nyama ne ade. We don't see them anymore these days, and I'm wondering they'll be aside sometimes so people wouldn't know, but wow. Wow. Well, I'm not saying that who will be a wouldn't na kwana kwajene nyama. I mean the times have changed, but sometimes wouldn't nipa and so who no wait and you are wondering say osime senior na neja eja wafa onyama na wape ube afa because okay you don't know how it's going to be taken. But I beg of you, courtesy for boys and girls, let's try and read it. It's a bit bulky, but it talks about a whole lot of things. Yeah, behavior, even in the church. Yeah, but sorry, they ma a bit jina phone so sana ya pon. Inti na oba sorry ana se what the watari betray. Na eno anso na ye di benyin o. That chi bi waya ma me na what ya sorry dem na wo kita o phone. So let's build it at this stage. Send your comments near there, yeah, pass it, even when there are adults around. And it doesn't mean say that's WhatsApp. It's not WhatsApp at all. It is not ladylike, and gentlemen also don't do that. Let's do well to read that book and pick a few things from it. It talks about dressing and all those things. Now say slave queens near there were internet and so those things are all fake. Yeah. They are all fake because they want to entice people with it, and so they come out looking so glamorous. Why shepe no dia beto ho and na why photo shoot. Now saying there why your photo shoot at chese wo there who name WhatsApp cry and who here we can save all that money and do so many things with it. Midibesi has said, lastly, I want to talk about house chores. House chores. Let's not forget, say, we are building our future. Yeah. Who chuchu edwaya, who chuchu ma mami, and I won't chuchu ma unia. Who chuchu ama wa me ana me chuchu me dry. And I'm me chuchu ni years since when I have somebody helping me, because they don't do it well. So when you are from this stage, do stage be no. Won't to me. Is it when you are 25 that you are going to learn how to cook or how to clean the bathroom, how to wash and all those things? The time is now. Let's not see it say omo hanging. They are rather helping us. So what you been changing me who say nipa nitimu yade and a wama we juma bebre say yeah. In the very near future, now all those things will go a long way to help you yourself. The boys are not left out. Boys, learn how to cook, please. Today, every woman wants a man who knows how to cook. Yempe obema onim shi ye emokwa onto me noa. Chese one wa baba ye ni na debi obi ampenisa. Learn how to cook, the boys. It will help you a lot when you grow up. Learn how to sweep, how to mop, how to scrub, how to do all the chores. Ebinum say obema ampra bonting. Obema ampra bonting saying. We are helping our own selves when we do all these things. Let's embrace it. Cleaning near there, let's embrace it. Now, joyfully. Oh, papa shirts, you are learning how to do it for your husband when you grow up. It's true. You are learning it, and it will help you when you marry. It's not when you marry that you learn how to iron a man's shirt. Now, difficult amount. When you build it now, It will help you. And as we do university now, so I she now who call lectures, she no. Afiansa who call course sign money. There's time for everything, and the time to learn some of these things is now. Into no no happily, and when we grow up, they will help us a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Baba Nyamin Shrao. Baby, I do me pese mama kasa kakra mi say mama be session. Ti me pese wo tu my way for kakra. I know say you be session. Into with time enche be mama futu be na wo mama my way. Sisi a teenagers no omo pese omo petu nyi by force o. Enkwala ni bi ho omo hye mpanimfo ntare. Ebi pese e treat you omo say mpanimfo, but I bet you, sa age we will more enjoying it very well, because this is the age I can free. I won't show be out. I won't dream. I won't just. I won't show be out. It's bundi money and prove who ne me. Na wunya asudi a horse opening no. She. Intimate. Don't force to grow. Ye ma growing na no anka sambra naturally. Men force who nyi nkwahye ne o ma bi nkwahye ntare bi. Emwa mama to my way for kakra mami. Ne memo ani nyina.
Pato da sepa.
Pacho.
Ya mai ya de radia se radia hwebon so fitting kwala brima bedu sa stage. Now every stage in life is very, very important.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's so woye. At this stage, you know, we call it the learning stage.
Yeah.
And now with me up to 25 years, you know, then you start earning. That's your earning stage. And you know, your earning stage will depend upon your learning stage. Major is out in America and sepa. And it's one developer, ye, and also come ne fear the yemu. Now a do time I over and near it will affect you. Now earning stage, and also when you want to change, you cannot change. Now there's a ultimi ankasa. Until you are privileged to have this talk. Then I mean, JY focus ye me who say, yeah, manual no, JY for man, very, very, very good. When you work, that savings you want some mother. And adolescent development, and so you don't want come as a mother. And now, most I can't work. Hey, I'm say personal hygiene, so my a woman. What is that one children? And Timothy, you are very privileged. You must count yourself blessed to be part of this program. And one year's opportunity. And you need to grab it very, very, very well. That's our learning stage. You will learn everything that you need to learn. It will fear, it will school, it will sorry, baby. You have a bright future. You'll be earning very, very well. Now, so earning very well, so that one, so from 25 up to 60, you'll be earning. So if you earn very well, it will affect your earning stage. Time up so no, just a chankasa. But one should develop your learning stage now. It affects your earning stage, and it also affects your earning stage negatively. So just take good advice from what you are learning, and then submit yourself onto learning. And they are not ready to learn. And the internet. Some of your peers give you wrong advice. I don't information, Papa.
Yeah.
Your parents are giving you very good ones. Some of our parents too, you don't have time for children. But you have privilege so bad JY Papa. What be senior? And when you phone be teachers need be no. Yeah, your child was secondary school cry, no name say personal hygiene yachre. Counseling department, yeah, they are also. And somebody trouble na phone. We have to just organize them and then teach them. And until Mesramo, Kasaya steer Wahinano, Nina here pa. Share with your friends as well. Just as Madam have said, the more you share, the more it sticks in your mind. So when you say experience be that now. Father say never a devotion. We call class I only would share. Just say we need more. So what you say? Enti yasra mumre mo ho ase. E mo kyerɛ. Na sa learning stage you know. Mo be from kama. Now that should be mo do any stage no so you earn very well. During your learning stage no so no more that mo mpanyimfo ase. Damas.
Mama and that's when you hear good advice. And you do what? Great. Nti ene die mo insura Martin Sembebre. Wa wo bibi bisa. Obetimi ama wonsa so I know say maybe we echi mo adwen. Mo pese mo bisa bibi aha. Obi pese obisa question owi am patro na Mr. Sebastian. We the bibi kakra kan ho. The echi wadwen no ha na obetimi abisa nti bisa bibi na yenyi wa no.
I want to ask this question. Auntie Baba said we should always greet our elders. But sometimes when you greet them, they don't respond. And sometimes when I'm greeting some people, they don't respond. So I ask myself, is it that they are too proud to open their mouths, or is it that they are thinking of something else? Sometimes it hurts, and then sometimes it clicks into my head like I should stop greeting them, but I don't want to do it. I want to continue greeting, so please help me to. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Auntie Paulina, say now money count. Yes, in pennyphone, if you are a chama among your so.
Yo, Madam, me say, Uchiamia, the way you greet me, I also respond the same way. Uchamuna Uchia, good morning. I won't respond. And that's how they are. And ya how me the pass or more mocha. Na ye nimune say, as a Presbyterian, you are disciplined child.
Yeah.
Etinuchi obia uchina nenim. Madam, good morning. Yeah. Then this person responds, good morning. How are you, my daughter? Now say who say good morning. Now don't aka good morning. Midimiti be say. So it's you. Always I tell you, say, be bia no. So be and respond there. Ne one wo ye answer na oni pa konso eye ne sa. When we say na daddy kan we twa me ho. Na mikita bag. Na wa kwa kodu gate na no. Na bibi a click on mine say I should come back to take the bag. When you come I tell you thank you very much. Yes, because who me first. And I would tell you, if you are na adwene na ba wo say, koje bag. It's wrong. Me wakasa bi kan ti me pesa me kasa na wa. I guess I won't.
But you, Mr. Sebastian, be so de kakra to so.
Yeah, young lady. You asked a very good question. You see, it is your responsibility to greet. Now, penny bi or hwa. To send your name America no. Me a teacher ni. Good afternoon. Good afternoon who? Good afternoon what? You see, there's a way you greet your fellow, your age mate. There's a way you greet somebody older than you. And untina, so we check French, somewhere French. One say you use vous for who? Somebody older than you. And so you cannot just greet me anyhow and then you pass. Remember my office, there was a time, boy, be free, or person busa asem. Busa start to kasa and I say you are not correct at all. Send that phone in the loudspeaker. Ne papa stress, and I say, one, you've called me with an unknown number. You just start talking. No formality, nothing. But cultural studies, so because JSS1, the first thing you do, greetings and good manners. Memboa. Monsieur Sadiwe JSS1. Your chance and your mano. And untino say, what you see, it opened doors for you.
Yeah.
Guy be better na me area, mama. Obesi unchiobia. Your next door neighbor, obesi unchiobia.
That will be form.
Mommy, that dey na fekeke. Oba ya no, na dono ya lucky. Remember I made that typical Presbyterian, typical Ethiopian woman. Or the how Osha boy ni yoko up and down. My mom had the keys. Boy no ko oba. Na my friends scratch bra. Won't say, when him be a cry. When him be a cry, wabet now for so many weeks, wa wunchia. And now wabana ki no in hono. How umpa umusa ki no. The guy felt so embarrassed. And you just leave that part. Uchia, nasa wanjo so krana. Sansu chia no be open palcho. When say a 1 hour, oh. What I say because who cannot cry so who penny when chia no nasa. Ubedu fiena so we the same one. Nessa wa. Oh yes, in the north, which ya penny so ya de na one so no. Now be saying nasa obewa could do fie the same one. As a wa. What I say? And to let us learn some of these things. Do you get me? Aha.
Mr. Sebastian, yeah, that's it. Nyamin Shroud. Patrona will be can yeah.
Auntie Baba said a lot. And I make a chance say, I think I'll social studies teacher crowd boy.
Yeah.
Or you sue nearby education, adolescent psychology. One habigas also they are developmental tasks. And you may be wha. So when seeing who at your age, I'm telling you, won't to me yet, and yes, a ye case. And who bear dear mount. Youth as you are, once you fear the ane, once you send ye you may be a OWARE how, papa. If you are a guy, you don't know how to help your sisters. Now, would be a wide you say, what's an onion dear? We a penny, you worry your wife. Bano. Exactly. 1 year careful, and then Banabano, so neati, and I'm a boy. And so you must learn how to do these things now. I'm a ube penny no na yeding. A cow, and yet, mommy, I will just imagine 30 years now, we are bank at the Baba way. Nephew, so be just in a year bank crying. Now, could she have more pay for food idea? What I say?
Yeah.
Aha. What's where she? Oh, ain't you have that privilege. David Amika say there are certain things we learned at our age and we decided say you base no matter what. Oh, ain't try. Some meeting we I come in kwan kai bia yenso ye wo JY no kra no. Yenso ye nya bi. So that we get people to talk to us about saving.
Yeah.
Oh, obi over up to now you penny crown, but you know, no matter how much the person earns, on to me save because Nenkola bring when you see. But my mother, what I wanted to say about the internet, is about the fact that listen to me, youth. Your parents have every right to know the password to your phones. Listen carefully. Your parents have every right to know the password to your computer. And to check what you have been doing with your time because they are responsible for you. Do you get me? So now also it is your duty to share certain information with your parent. Yes, as parent, I know this is live. What I would say to parents is that it has to be some dialogue, some engagement. And probably not my boyfriend 6 years. Now all your complain actually me about it. Now, Monsieur Menene Mame Bekasa. Also, Daddy, I want to be part of that meeting. It's a family meeting. I'm not kidding. I want to be part of that meeting because it's a family meeting. Wow. And we sat down, find a toy computer, for paper, say, or a secretary, or type what is going on, and told the mom what she had observed. Say, I said, baby, how nasa me ba wenchanya? Go. As if you are hiding something from me. We were all shocked. And so you people are not naive. That is what I'm trying to say. And you expect certain things from your parent, but you won't say it. Now I met you who expecting something. Now boy be that down. Last say you didn't come out, you are okay. I shared some experience with you. Is that not it? To men kind of a word to the wise is enough.
Papa, that's Nyamin Shroud. In fact, and the much in same baby. So what that so pa yet to send away the I and I was so near day. this advice ebi a wunhyia wa abrabom kra biuda wanhwe wunya obi kra nka we bi nhyia woda nti enne mo ye nhyira se mo wa ha nya wati nei fa hye ubotom ne fa bobra na nsem ni bi o ho ase ye mu bi yete ya ke bi anka yakwa anim sin se yo nti enne ni o ma amate nne no men fa ne bibi keke fa ne so serious ne fa tu anamon wa abrabo yi mu because nia wati so also be tu anamon a I bet you say you go far ti mamu fa ni agro ye ka se munsu ade ye no ehu hia wansu ade ye na me si wunya waso be ye den ebe ye hye o afi na hoho aba no kokum akukọ na ye nkwan na be akukọ da so sen ho enye na wotie me enye na bi ye kate nkwan a obode nkate egu nsuo ni mu
madam for university
enye na
friend if you abrochire ba na so yi biane ma guy asema mu ka check nega could not cook
yeah
enti unim boy na aba no na aduane no was being prepared in another room
see o
we no kofa ba
wa high lawyer
so one year like na boy no say aduane say ye wona the other girl what do you think you now should conclude
enti sua bibi ye enne wiase asesa e ma ye adwuma wo ye obema enne ma akọ adwuma o obeba anajo nti obeba no obetena watwen na az wadidi sua bibi ye na ebe boa o Auntie Polly me pa cho tu nkitu ayifo mo na mo nsem saa na abedu JY efutuo kakra wo mo nne enne omudi JY week yi ese o ka bibi kire
yo mama ye me de pa na nka me de mesrew na masre Uncle Daniel say ene ne nkrofo anka every month last week in the month no one ma yen bibi say say ye wonpo na wo ba betenem na obi o beba say JY dem wo a na nkola no wonmra na wontwe wo namfo enso enka ho because obi wa na namfo enni aha no wo other school
okay
ni ameka kakra to so no mami eka sai no oka the cleanliness no na wanfa anus anka ho eho ye ko toilet nso ye nim ye nto pepa mama me ko hospital ma obi abrantie fefefa ye de ne bai ne ho ayehye ni ese ye di edro ehye ne to na wo hwa ade kese a ne etare sa eton ne ebisa ne say eti when was the last time I call baby so no say be 3 days so just imagine 3 days ade hye wo to ebe den na wo nyehye enti yesre ye ma no say wo mo hohoro wo mo to eyie ema ye nkoto na fa nsuo no fa ye na eho nye fefefe mema no so yanka ye pennies asem mami ka no concentration we mmea no so ye wo mema ni binti ye nim ade so timi foot say forest dissected plateau
hey
forest dissected plateau
hey
na just mama just imagine enwi a ekusu so ebi fi the secondary school by o say mama hwe say ye yi ye ho wo suku a ye boy nsem ma ye na ehonyi no so na ye black unu say meboa why black fine na me pesa me mama ne ti ase say edwie enye manko ana edwie egu omo eyi no so ewo ho papa efu a ebetare so say ye hu okraman emua bi na etare okraman ho no wuti kura ente sa ebi sa flat flat na mama ebetare won entare nwini mo etare skin no so enti need to din
no onum moja
na wura fi se yare na ode ema ho eti ye besere won se wo munyi su ne nkofom ebusuafo memma ye kasa se Christopher mothers and father na ye kasa kire mo se wo ye discipline sa de ho emfu wonim se every week and every 2 weeks wa se mama usika mesra usika na odi ko school no disposable blade wo ho wan kasa to wo beti me use no twice me your pehin no me use no ba ko nto nchine wo enso na health fo ka kire se wo use ba me nto nchine wo me de ya na ma pepa no fine na me de ato another one na ma sand answer na because me hu se ano no enwu ye enti me feel se ha me a na se be ha me dia na megyae ebi wa wo di blade ye enye ye enti gye sɛ wo de apaso wo di twitwa kakra a wo hwɛ sɛ na mo sere fa ya mo de ɔho afu nti na ya mo de saa no enti no fa scissors no na to bo na tena toilet no so sɛ ye closet atena so na to bo na ma wo so sɛ wo yafunu nya kɛse ye yafunu nya kɛse na ye hu yase enti wo bɛ to bo na watwitwa so fine na wo wia wo de blade no arɛ so fine wo wira yi ne bɔkɔ ɛma no ma blade ne nkwase to bo kakra enye sa wo bɛyi ɛsoro no na enwi no ɛwɔ aseɛ eti minim ni ameka ma ye bi pɛn eti meka na minim ni ameka mesra wara hwɛ so saa ɛma yɛn na afei yɛn panties no mami kasa yɛn panties no me 1990 first group JHS 1990 no manyin papa now so ube koto wo complex na mahwe wo plan wo panty ase ube ka say auntie Paulina you because mama na won she panty na ebe school eye nika na wo mo she eti no ye hwe esese wunya panty ne bo onye din ka kire mami wo hwe no ntoma save sika me nkoto na ne bo din wan na wo de kire no eti wa pe na wasi misi na no pa mi dwa because school ba na mi dware a na masan asi na me de asen ho na ma hwe se me mesen wo owiemu fa sen owiemu na pepeg bi na fetimu so na nwo ema wo tawo na odi dware no edwie etimi kom enti men hata e wa bonten or say what every teenager should hear eti me come akowase ho say ma wo tawo no enwo wo sapo no enwo wo panty no enwo wo boxer shorts no please yen hye weekly debi mesra bomodia say ye 2 days wash if say won so wo dwonso enti dwonso kakra ebe drop egu boxer shorts nim na boxer shorts na say aba no e mama dia no so sensen hododo o say yanka ne sese mutie o ya brantie ensese wo penis no eye langa na wo kwa na e bodon sa debi hihye ni ye fashion ti wo to boxer shorts na tonia eye ketwa kakra eye ayese mo percent from afom e fa ho ebe ye kese wo de kese ahina wo de kwa kese no wo de kwa enti no hihye ne fefefe e wo boxer shorts ansa na wa hye wo panty no enti wo nam ho a you look so gentle mesra mo the last one emema no wo hye watade na wo pia hwe se wo zip eye mishia papa fefefe ni onyamfo bi wo bank na okonoba na onim se na ne zip no asay na me so me much particular about those things obema wo sin ho na me hwe wo first me hwe se enye wa de
biana
David na mo me hwe se what dressing neat na eti no hwe se wo zip obema wo to zip no asay a fama tailor na onye ma na hwe se watade na wa hye no aye fine emma na e wa ha ne mesrem mutinwe no efudodo Auntie Paulina and painful eti we ya ne ye beka e bia sa time we feel say meja bushy hair for what minimum say unwie school ye enti wo wie school na se wuja eyeye me ka kire o se semframa mfa wuti ho a adesua eye den ya ye hye week we kura gu meti so no edu baby na heat ba meti se meti eye me ya enti se wuti nwi afu na ye se my child discipline yourself some of these things are part of it wuti no kate wanimu no ye ne fine wo se watwi ne fine mema wanum mbon bebre enum bon de ewo ho wo kata na echa ebebon na ma obi ne obi nkasa na wakonyachi enti hwe na wo ne obi kasa na okonachi a na wahu se na enum bon se no smart enti we are saved baso wankasa wo yi a wo ti se wankasa wo ti se bon wanum ebon meboa eti ye behwe se yense yentekrema eni bibia ye behwe suye na aye fine ebusuafo emrepem no mesre bra Daniel on freyen na yensanka mi wo bibi wa ha menka wa Alice Bailey 10 point in destroying Christianity menka ho asem eye book bi a mekan ye na wo hwe nia me ekoso mama brabo ma sa ma mi we na okita spirit or ye writer or troy wewu na so ni niama no ewo ho tu behwe na obi obema no se me hya asom de wo behwe na wa obema o hya atade a toys ewo anim ema sexy things bi ewo anim just to make you happy na so na ocho akomonimu ye man ye sremo ye kasa kire a Christopher nkola praise before ma se mu benyi abeye se mama mu benyi ai se ye mpanyfo ya wo mutiwe na mo so mu tufo ni aka se daleni benisini asemesini na ye ni age ye mu bi ye nya award bebre afi bia Holland ntaman kantin Paulina ni bi na so me children service for no wo ba na Santi Paulina ni awe ye kai na wa wo ye ntimu tware kakra na wa pam ye kakra so ye nkofa Bible mbra ye kire mu ye ma mo mfa ma ye wate na munyi meye ma papa ma ye wate na munya aware pa Auntie Paulina decoration so ma be na ma be nya sika kakra mate
Nyamisha pa. Nyamisha. In fact, Mama will be crebo, just a brief. Yeah, Pacho money, Mike, no. And I be on check. Pacho money, Mike, no.
So concerning the anus, especially with a man, say, "O clean it with Ube modern say ube clean it from front to back. From front to back. Ukita tissue, with your left hand, And you say, oh, paper no, say, like from, me as a miniature trouser. And you say, oh, paper from a chi, now they are benin. Oh, but osan wahano, would you write a nimno? No one paper free a nimno, now they appear where chino. And yes, I now paper free it anus no echo vagina anima. Let's just say, titi be ashe. Aha. That is just what it is. Yeah. Please. And that is the highest cause of urinary tract infection. We want to say, Ojo so, ne mushi show. Ojo so, and check, Joso do, I want to be in control. Yeah. Usually, with females, that is what causes it. So with razor blades, let's try as much as possible not to share blades, because there are a lot of sicknesses. AIDS is still real. Yeah. HIV/AIDS is still real. Baby nya, toddler nya, adolescents nya, young adults, youth. So please avoid sharing sharps. Don't share your used underwears with your friends. Yeah. It's not done. Skin diseases all over. You can easily get them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Briefly, and it's to the parents. Say the last year, Ma Paulina Kayen, we who say parents, and so we have a lot of things to do. Enyamani bi wo hwa, ma ye ntwe na nkola ne mbebi sanye. Wonim sa oba no, ne menses beba. Me pacho to pad no mano. Oba no ohia panties, ohia bra, ohia boxes. Yen tomo boys no yen chiro omo she boxer ba ko onu anode beda adeche kwa sha wasan she no abium. Let's buy it for them. Sometimes only be only be into parents, so it's part of our responsibility. Say wo parents say won't repeat you there until then akola obe repeating it there. Into razor blades asema can panties ne some of these little things. Na ebe ya onkoji obi there. Let's buy it for them. Inyaman kakranka kebe ya neni nkobri obi there na leading into so many other things, vices near dear. Let's have a little let's share your budget. So now yamanka kranka krasa no yen toto ema omo medase.
In fact, meaning say why insure and how buy a radiation because what's in your mapa be mena makwenya we so na mada me akasa fu ya se in fact a radiation mo and then maboa ma ya kire ye main say what's then I know say ebe boa won wabra bo nyina mumu bi mo be kai nsem we bi wabra mo nyi kra enti nyame nhira mo say mama mo ho kwan na mo be chechre nkitwe e da nso ye frem a yenim say mo de o se be ye oyo mo be ba na aboa ye mai tinyame enhyira mo bebree won so a wo hwe yen life erade onhyira wo enne ne awati minim se wo de be ye adwuma wo ye maami ampache ma wo ba bo modenia na we die fa kire wo ba ma ono so ontie bi na emmoa no na ye nyina ye ntumi emmoa maayoa ne mamu anketwe na won daache entumi nyefe esan se ye daache na ye nkwala yi se mofre ya anye yi a me no mienu enyi a ye bebre ba se nkwala ye yi a eno na ye daache ye nyi a ye home no na yetumi ahome yiye ni ewukọ a yasum atumi adwen ne yachi a me ye yoyo nti nyame nhira wo so wo gemre na wo nso wo hweye Awurade nka obi bia ho emre na wotwe se ne nso ye besan ahia ti Awurade nka mo ho Macrao me din de Mrs Lucy Oware Macrao